Melissa Gilbert's life began with heartbreak even before she had a name. Born on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles to Kathy Wood and David Darlington, she was given up for adoption just a day after birth. Her biological parents, overwhelmed by their combined families, felt they couldn't afford another child. She never spent a full night with them. Melissa was immediately adopted by actor and comedian Paul Gilbert and his wife Barbara Crane, a dancer and actress. This instant separation would leave a lasting mark, shaping her understanding of love, loss, and the fragility of belonging. A world in show business, Melissa grew up surrounded by the entertainment industry. Her adoptive mother, Barbara Crane, was the daughter of Harry Crane, a television pioneer behind the Honeymooners and Celebrity Roasts. Barbara's own career in dance and television reinforced the creative environment at home. Paul Gilbert's presence made Melissa feel safe and cherished, a stark contrast to her brief biological family connections. From commercials to scripts and sets, show business was part of daily life. Her brother Jonathan and half-sister Sarah also entered entertainment, making the household a hub of talent, ambition, and constant exposure to the demands of fame. Tragedy strikes the family. When Melissa was just 11, her world collapsed. She was told that her father, Paul Gilbert, had died of a stroke. Later, at 44, she discovered the truth. Paul had taken his own life. A World War II fighter pilot, he had endured lifelong pain from combat injuries, and no one had shared the reality with her. The revelation devastated Melissa, leading her to hire a private investigator to understand the circumstances. The loss of the man who had rescued her from feeling unwanted left a permanent void, revealing the painful side of growing up in a family already touched by fame and personal struggles. Early steps in acting. Melissa's acting journey began almost as soon as she could walk. By age 5, she was doing commercials, one of the most memorable being a 1977 Alpo dog food ad with Lauren Green. Melissa's natural presence and charisma made her stand out. At 9, she faced a pivotal moment in her life, a nationwide audition for the role of Laura Ingalls on a new pilot. Over 500 girls auditioned, yet Melissa's raw honesty and lack of self-consciousness captivated Michael Landon. He saw more than talent. He saw authenticity. That moment would define the trajectory of her childhood, merging her personal growth with a character beloved by millions. Becoming Laura Ingalls. In 1973, Melissa's life changed forever when she walked into the Burbank studio for her screen test. Unfamiliar with Landon's fame from Bonanza, she performed without pretense. Michael Landon immediately recognized something special. By the end of her audition, he knew she embodied Laura Ingalls, not just on screen, but in spirit. The news came unexpectedly. Leslie Landon, Michael's daughter, told Melissa at school that her father had picked her for the role. Filming began in 1974, launching a show that would become a cultural phenomenon. Melissa's childhood merged with her role, creating a life lived simultaneously in fiction and reality. Life on set. From ages 10 to 19, Melissa grew up under the nation's watchful eye. Little House on the Prairie drew millions weekly, exposing her to fame, scrutiny, and the pressures of public life. The demands were intense, including performing romantic scenes at ages she barely understood. Crew members watched every move, and letters from viewers could be harsh. Despite this, Melissa remained professional, committed to the craft. Behind the cameras, she faced complex emotions, balancing her adolescence with the responsibilities of a leading role. This period shaped not only her acting skills, but her resilience, teaching lessons about boundaries, personal agency, and the cost of fame at a young age. Personal growth and identity. Even with professional success, Melissa struggled with her identity and body image. She later reflected on the physical changes and pressures of aging in show business. She underwent cosmetic procedures, including breast implants, Botox, and fillers, seeking to preserve her youthful appearance. Over time, she realized that her pursuit of external perfection was affecting her authenticity. With the encouragement of her husband, Timothy Busfield, she embraced a more natural self-image, prioritizing health and emotional well-being. This journey reflects her lifelong search for control and self-acceptance, shaped by early adoption, loss, and the unique pressures of growing up on television. Overcoming addiction and trauma, Melissa's struggles weren't limited to appearance or public life. In her memoir, Prairie, she recounted battles with alcohol and cocaine. Fame, isolation, and personal trauma converged, creating cycles of self-destruction. Yet her family, particularly her children, became catalysts for change. They urged her to seek help, guiding her toward 12-step programs and therapy. Her openness about addiction and trauma resonated with readers, transforming her story into one of survival. By confronting her past and accepting support, Melissa rebuilt her life, demonstrating resilience, accountability, and the power of facing challenges head-on rather than hiding behind fame. Returning to Little House. In 2008, Melissa returned to her roots by starring in Little House on the Prairie, the musical. The production premiered in Minneapolis to record-breaking success, followed by a 28-city tour across the U.S. and Canada. Melissa not only acted but became the tour's national spokesperson, partnering with charities such as Habitat for Humanity and the Seeing Eye. Her involvement wasn't merely nostalgic, it was transformative. The musical allowed her to reconnect with the values the show championed: family, honesty, and resilience. Through this work, Melissa merged her personal growth with professional passion, giving back to communities while revisiting the character that shaped her life. Dancing with the Stars. In 2012, at age 48, Melissa joined Dancing with the Stars, facing the height of public scrutiny once again. Injuries, intense competition, and physical demands tested her limits, including a concussion she quickly overcame. Partnered with Maxim Shmerkovsky, she displayed courage, determination, and raw talent. Though she finished fifth, the experience became a testament to perseverance and embracing challenges. Melissa described each week as a cliffhanger, underscoring the intensity of public performance. Her time on the show symbolized personal transformation, moving from childhood vulnerability to adult confidence, proving she could succeed on her own terms while embracing joy, risk, and growth. Reflections and legacy. By 2024, the 50th anniversary of Little House on the Prairie offered Melissa a chance to reflect. A reunion event drew over 18,000 fans, celebrating the enduring impact of the show and the bond between cast members. Melissa and Dean Butler shared stories, revisiting memories and acknowledging the profound influence their work had on their lives. More than nostalgia, the event highlighted resilience, growth, and the enduring power of connection. Melissa's journey, from adoption and early loss to fame and personal reinvention, illustrates how hardships can cultivate strength, empathy, and authenticity. Her story continues to inspire, reminding audiences of the courage it takes to survive and thrive, embracing life beyond fame. Melissa, Gilbert's life is a testament to survival, growth, and self-discovery. She faced heartbreak, addiction, and the pressures of early stardom, yet she reclaimed her identity and purpose. Through memoirs, musicals, and dance, she transformed challenges into platforms for connection and advocacy. With the support of loved ones, she embraced her authentic self, inspiring others to do the same. From a vulnerable child in a nationwide audition to a celebrated adult navigating fame, family, and personal challenges, Melissa demonstrates that resilience is not only surviving hardships, but transforming them into stories of hope, courage, and enduring legacy.